Today we have a 2007 Ford Fusion. We're replacing the transmission mount. All right, so to get to the transmission mount here, first thing we're gonna do is have to remove the battery. So with the 10mm socket, we have to remove this bolt here and just swing this out, as well as this bolt here to get this bracket out. And then with the number 8, we're gonna remove the terminals on the battery and get the battery out. So now with the battery removed, with the number 10 again, we're gonna remove these two here to get this bottom panel out and expose the mount right under it. So we now have the transmission mount exposed here, as you can see it. We may have to remove the air cleaner box as well as the fuse box here just to get to four more bolts, 2 right there and then 2 directly below it. But first off, let's go ahead and just get this top part removed. It's 2 number 18s. Let's get those removed. Be sure to also, with a block of wood and a jack jack up under the transmission pan there, just to support it a little bit while we do this. So let's get this off first and see what else we can do from there. So I went ahead and removed the air cleaner box. Pretty simple. Once you unplug the mass airflow sensor, just loosen this hose clamp here, and then pull it to the side, remove your top portion of the air box cleaner, get it out the way and just wiggle it out. It's just held in these little grommets here, just wiggle it out, come straight out. You may also have to remove it from here, just 2 little plastic tabs, just put it to the side and pull it out. So now it exposes the bolt there, and there's also one on this side. See, you can kind of see it right there where you kind of see the yellow, I guess, and right there where you see the yellow at the bottom slightly. So we're going to use a 13mm wrench and try to get those out, just because I can't get a socket in there. Then we'll eventually try to get these out here without removing the fuse box out of the way. So let's get these out of the way and see what we can do. So I got the old bracket removed, I have my new one here. I did have to do a few things, removing the fuse box obviously with a 2 10mm bolts here, as well as 2 10mm nuts. One will be holding this ground wire, then one for the fuse box to get to these 2 13mm nut bolts up top there. The 2 on the side just kept messing with the wrench. You can just ignore this bracket here. I tried to see if I can get it off, to get this off and slip it out of the way in order for me to get to those 2 nuts. Definitely not possible, so pretty much I'm just gonna throw that back on there because there's pretty much no way to get behind here with removing this. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw my new one on right here, but before I do so, I'm gonna place my 2 side bolts there inside, slide it in, fix it in place, and then just pretty much get everything in place and then bolt everything down. So let's get to it. All right, y'all, so I've tightened down the bolts to the mount here, pretty much doing equally with my impact gun, just pretty much going round, back and forth until it sits evenly on all of them. So now I'm gonna go ahead and throw everything back together. I already bolted down my ground wire back to the fuse box. I'm gonna go ahead and clip this back in, slide it in. So now we're gonna put our air box cleaner, make sure that mass airflow sensor is up here. Put the air box cleaner back on, and then our bracket for our bottom piece for the battery, and then throw the battery back on. So let's go ahead and get it. All right, also pretty much got everything back in. My air cleaner, fuse box is all back in. Bottom of my battery bracket here is back in. So just gonna pop my battery back in, hook it all up, and we're good. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. More videos to come.